Hey guys, okay, so this is going to be a Friday Reads. It's my first one in a while. It's my first really catch-up video in a while, which I'm so sorry for. I've recorded a bunch of stuff, but then I haven't put it up for various reasons, like I either wasn't happy with it or I just forgot, and then by the time I remembered it was kind of too late because it was to do with reading 2 weeks ago and stuff like that. But there's really no excuse. I'm sorry I've been absent. But for this Friday Reads, I'm really just going to talk about War and Peace. I am sadly only a fourth of the way through this, and I wanted to be 2/3 of the way through this at this point, because it is November 20th, 2/3 of the way through the month, so based on how I wanted my reading to go for the whole month, I should have been on at least page 800 by now, and I'm only on page 306. So yeah, that's not good. So what I'm gonna do is I've just extended my goal to finishing it by the end of 2015 rather than the end of November. Which I think is good because it's not only helps me like stretch out my reading, but also I was talking to another YouTuber, booktuber, in the comments of a War and Peace review actually, and he said like, oh, you should take your time with it and really enjoy it and like sink it all in, or let it all sink in. And I was like, that's a really good point. But then I told him that actually the reason why I'm trying to finish it as quickly as I am is because if I gave myself like 6 months to read this or something like that, I would probably put it down in the 3rd month and not pick it up again and have to like start it completely over again in like 5 years. So because of that, I do want to finish it in a timely manner, but I also knew that he had a very good point, that I do really want to be able to enjoy this and not rush through it and not have it feel like I'm trying to finish a chore really quickly. So yeah, I think end of 2015 is good because 2 months to read it, that's like, it's enough time that I can read it, but it's also enough time that I can enjoy it. And it's not so long that I feel like I'll put it down and give up. So yeah. I am loving this so far. I'm actually liking it a lot more since I got past page 300 because I was enjoying the first section a lot, but then the end of the first section, like I would say the last, between like a half and a third of it, is battle and war stuff, which actually wasn't as boring as I was expecting, which was great, but I still really like the peacetime parts better. And at the beginning of volume 2, we get back into not necessarily a peacetime, but when some of the main characters are on leave from duty, including Natasha's younger brother. So, and that's not really a spoiler because it's like, of course, all able men in this went to war. So, of course, if there's a brother, he would go to war. But yeah, he's like on leave at home right now, so that's a nice break from the war stuff. It is really interesting though, because I don't really understand battle strategy very much. So what I'm reading is quite interesting so far. And actually, I think I will do a separate, discussion video on the first volume of this, because a bunch of people did that last year when there was a War and Peace read-along, and I realized that it's something that I would like to talk about with my thoughts, and also I feel like if I put up a volume 1 thing, then that will be a lot easier when I get to the end and actually review the book, because I will have already told you my thoughts as I'm going along, rather than having to gather all of my thoughts about this giant book for one review. So I think what I'll do is as I go along, I will do a volume 1, 2, 3, and 4 plus epilogue discussion video. which I hope you guys would be interested in. If not, that's okay, but I do want to talk about things. But I might try and do it. No, I was going to say I was going to try to do it without spoilers, but I don't think that's possible. So you probably only want to read this, watch this if you've read this or if you're reading it currently. So I'm sorry. But I will, when I do my actual review, I'll do like a spoiler-free section and then a spoilery section so that if you haven't read it yet, my review will help you decide if you want to read it rather than spoiling things for you. So yeah, that's it. This is all I'm reading this weekend, really. I am reading some other things that I'm going to try to finish this month, but most of them will be next week around Thanksgiving time, which there's going to be a lot of family around, but I figure that my other readings are actually the best ones for that kind of environment because they're all really short or very easy to comprehend. It's stuff like Harry Potter and Northanger Abbey and things like that. So things that I've already read, and if I haven't already read them, things that are very easy, just because I'm not going to have as much time to read next week. So I figure while I have a bunch of time to read this weekend when I'm not doing anything, read the giant tome, and then read the easy stuff next week when you have family around. So when I have family around. So I figure that's a good way to do it. Thank you guys so much for watching. This has been kind of a long video for just a Friday Reads, but let me know what you guys are reading this weekend. I would love to know, and I hope if you guys are in the States and you're gonna celebrate Thanksgiving, I hope you have a great Thanksgiving. Hopefully I'll do another video before then. But if I don't, then have a great Thanksgiving, and I hope it's lovely, and for those of you who don't live in the States, well, have a nice week anyway, I guess. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.